It's been 10 years, we've never given up on this fight.
The long-awaited trial into the murder of the Principal State Prosecutor Joan Kagezi gained momentum following the arrest and the prosecution of 4 suspects: Chibuka John, Masajage John, Kiseka Daniel, and Nul Abdara.
As the office of the DPP, we are very happy. It's been 10 years, we've never given up on this fight to bring the perpetrators who murdered Joan Kagezi to court. So this is also an indication that we are still headstrong, and we are going to do whatever is necessary to ensure that this case is actually prosecuted to its conclusion.
The 4 suspects were initially charged before the Nakawa Chief Magistrate's Court, where they pleaded not guilty.
We are still looking for other leads. If they uncover more things, we shall definitely bring them to court. And we are very sure that the evidence we have will be enough to prosecute Agasirwe for the crime that we believe he committed.
They were later committed to the International Crimes Division Court for a full trial earlier this year. During the proceedings, the prosecution amended the charge sheet, and one of the accused, Kiseka Daniel, a UPDF deserter, pleaded guilty to the murder of Joan Kagezi. Kiseka told court that the group used an AK-47 rifle to kill Joan Kagezi, and that they were each given 2 million shillings, part of the promised $200,000 for executing the murder.
Informed investigators that it is Chibuka John who shot and killed Joan Kagezi in his presence, while Masajage John was the motorcycle rider. The accused further revealed to investigators that following the murder of Joan Kagezi, 3 of them went to a witch doctor in Kayunga to perform some rituals on them.
Court has also had that the reason for murdering Joan Kagezi was her interference in Muslim cases.
The accused secured the witch doctor, who was personally known to him, and led the other 2 there. Although Joseph confirmed to investigators that indeed he performed rituals on the accused, Chibuka John and Nasur Abdallah Mugonore, after the murder of Joan Kagezi.
Following his plea of guilty, court sentenced Kiseka Daniel to 35 years imprisonment.
We considered both the aggravating factors and mitigating factors of the case. Issues such as the brutal manner in which she was killed, the use of a deadly weapon, which was a gun, a rifle.
Jacqueline Oko, the spokesperson of the Director of Public Prosecution's office, says the DPP's office is pleased with the sentence for the accused.
Justice for her children and family at large, as well as the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, especially considering the fact that it's been over 8 years.
However, the case took another dramatic turn when Kiseka Daniel later turned the prosecution witness, testifying that the murder was commissioned by a person identified as Nick, who allegedly provided the money and the gun. Although Kiseka did not immediately disclose the identity of Nick, security investigations later led to the arrest of the former Special Operations Commander, ASSP Nixon Agasirwe, and Abdul Nur Semuju alias Minana. On 17th June 2025, Agasirwe was arraigned before Chief Magistrate Esther Nandoi, where he was charged with the murder of Joan Kagezi.
At Chiwatu in Akawa Division, Kampala District, which is a fraud court and lawfully caused the death of Joan Kagezi.
Prosecution led by Richard Bidivombuka informed court that inquiries are still incomplete. Magistrate Esther Nandoi remanded the accused until 8th July 2025. While on remand pending trial, the prosecution amended the charge sheet to include Abdul Nur Semuju, alleged to have been Agasirwe's aide. During his court appearance at Nakawa Chief Magistrate's Court, Semuju repeatedly caused disruption, openly expressing dissatisfaction with his alleged implication in the case.
The summary of the case when everybody else is not around. So this is Mr. Minana, please listen.
On 18th December 2025, upon completion of investigations, ASSP Nixon Agasirwe and Semju were formally committed to the International War Crimes Division Court for a full trial. According to the prosecution, the indictment relies heavily on the testimony of Chiseka Daniel, who is expected to link Agasirwe and Semju to the murder plot.
An interagency meeting was held at the Group Forensic Services, but during the meeting, A1 bumped into the meeting and informed the members that he had recovered one of the killer guns from Kayunga. To date, A1 has never produced that gun, an act that was intended to further divert investigations and cover up the crime.
According to the prosecution, the case will lie on several exhibits, including Agasirwe's charge and caution statement, as well as a police statement from Prosecutor Joan, which implicates Agasirwe as being the mastermind behind the murder of Joan Kagezi, among other exhibits. Prosecution also relied on evidence from the previous convict, co-accused person, who testified that Nick provided them with money and an AK-47 rifle to assassinate Joan Kagezi.
A1 sent a team of operatives to her office at the International Crimes Division of the High Court, Kololo, and they took away her laptop, sanctioned police files by the deceased against A1 and others.
The prosecution added that this conflict later manifested in Agasirwe's alleged obstruction of the investigation following the murder of Joan Kagezi. The indictment further stated that SSP Nixon Agasirwe used his rank and position within the police force to recruit his co-accused, Semju Abdul Nul alias Minana, who was serving as a police informant,
and others still at large, provided funds, intelligence, surveillance, and cover-up for Prosecutor Joan, who executed the murder of Joan Kagezi. An interagency meeting was held at the Group Forensic Services, but during the meeting, A1 bumped into the meeting and informed the members that he had recovered one of the killer guns from Kayunga. To date, A1 has never produced that gun, an act that was intended to further divert investigations and cover up the crime.
Prosecution further alleges that SSP Nixon Agasirwe was the mastermind behind the murder, claiming he facilitated the operation by supplying a firearm and coordinating the execution of the plan around Kawempe Division. With the commit of Nixon Agasirwe and Semju to the High Court, it remains to be seen whether the prosecution will further amend the charge sheet to consolidate them with other accused persons already standing trial. So far, more than 10 witnesses have testified in the murder trial, including Chiseka Daniel, the daughter of the deceased, and several police officers. Principal State Prosecutor Joan Kagezi was shot dead in cold blood on 30th March 2015 in Chiwatule Nakawa Division, Kampala District. Joan Kagezi was the lead prosecutor in the landmark 2010 Kampala bombings case, in which more than 10 suspects were charged.